Before this video starts, shout out to Vicente for subscribing to the channel. He got a shout out because he subscribed to the channel and he commented down below that he subscribed. If you want to be shouted out in the next video, then subscribe to the channel and comment down below that you subscribed, and I'll catch you on the next video. Now enjoy. As we all know, the Los Angeles Lakers are your 2020 NBA champions, and this team was dominating, beating the Blazers in 5 games, the Rockets in 5 games, the Nuggets in 5 games, and the Miami Heat in 6 games. There, they were led by LeBron James, the Finals MVP and the runner-up in MVP, Anthony Davis, an All-NBA first member, and some other role players who can shoot and, most importantly, defend. And today, we're going to be looking at, can the Lakers two-peat next season? Sure, they've already won one season, but can they win another one? I am a Lakers fan, but I don't think I'm very biased. I'm pretty sure if you watch all my other videos, I don't really give much bias to the Lakers. So yeah, so before we get started, it seems that only 58% of you are not subscribed. Please change that and remember to smash the subscribe button. Here on the Mix channel, we make daily uploads, and I would really appreciate if you join the squad. Now let's begin. Well, the first part is, will LeBron regress? And I know people have been saying this for the last 4 years, so I personally think he won't regress. He's, of course, 35 and be going to 36. I actually had the same birthday as him on December 30th, and he's actually 23 years older than me. So LeBron James, I personally don't think he will regress, but he is, I think, going to fall under the second option role behind Anthony Davis. He has been the first option in his whole career, but I think that LeBron, if they need to get him a bucket, he's gonna give him a bucket. He's also gonna play make, but I think Anthony Davis will probably be the first option. He might have been the first option this year, but in the playoffs, just LeBron took over. And as we all know, LeBron's passing will never go away as he ages. Sure, his athleticism and scoring around the rim might. His jump shooting is fine. His defense has been much better, and I don't think some of those will go away, only as athleticism, but he's just so strong, so muscular, and he can still bully his way inside. And I think LeBron will have another All-NBA first team next year, potentially even winning the MVP. I think I have him, I have probably maybe Luka and Giannis over him. I'm not exactly sure, you never know in the NBA. Then talking about his sidekick, Anthony Davis. They, of course, traded for Anthony Davis in the 2019 offseason, giving up Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, the 4th overall pick, and 4 future first-round picks. That was a long haul of future assets, but the Lakers knew that they had to compete when they have an aging LeBron, or technically not an aging, but a 35-year-old LeBron. So they were ready to compete, and boy, that deal was good. They, of course, won a championship, like I said, and AD was a really good player. He was a runner-up for the Defensive Player of the Year, and arguably the best defender in the whole entire league, and his offense is, of course, really good. But of course, Anthony Davis won his first championship. He didn't have the most playoff experience, so he didn't do the best in the finals or in games 3 and 4. But Anthony Davis, such a good trade. But I'm gonna assume that he's gonna re-sign to the Lakers because he won a championship and he declined his player option. I think he's gonna get another maybe 5-year max. Maybe like a 3-year max, because LeBron's probably going to be gone. Oh, not as good as right now in 3 years. Maybe like next year he will. But maybe he doesn't sign the longest year. But I think AD will be a Laker for life. It's Los Angeles. They can probably sign other free agents. And AD is always an enticing dude. And then we have the other team. You have players like they're technically the 3rd or 4th best player in the playoffs, and KCP and Rajon Rondo all being free agents. Other role players like Dwight Howard are free agents, and of course the GOAT Jared Dudley. No, he's not the GOAT. Caruso's the GOAT. My bad. Excuse me for that one. And so basically, They should definitely try to re-sign KCP. He before was hated, scoring like 1 point in his first 2 games, but he really stepped it up in the playoffs. He hit so many clutch jump shots. He was guarding Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero the whole time, and sure, they did hit a couple of threes, but with all those screens, I will allow it, and he still got a contest at least, but he still made it, but still really good defense. You have, of course, Danny Can't Green. Everyone hates him now. And yeah, basically that. Then you have Kyle Kuzma, who I think will be traded because he doesn't fit. And just the other team. And a Caruso, like I said before. The third best player. Oh, no, their best player. My bad. So I think that they are going to make moves, and I think they're going to try to package their 28th overall pick in this draft, Kyle Kuzma and Danny Can't Green, for potentially like Victor Oladipo. That's going to definitely raise their ceiling, and Vio can be the third star. He's only on a 1-year deal, but I think it will be fine because that's not a lot of assets while the Pacers get a young player. Now, the only problem is that they are a bit jammed in the power forward to center position, power forward position, and unless they want to run Kuzma at the 3, which I think he can play it, I guess they can do that, but they already have TJ Warren, Sabonis, but he's still a young player. And then you also get Danny Green, who is a good shooter and still will help you compete. And then now, looking at the rest of the league and how they compare to them. You, of course, have the Los Angeles Clippers, the Golden State Warriors, the Milwaukee Bucks, the Toronto Raptors, Boston Celtics, Denver Nuggets, just to name a few. And I think that the Lakers, since they have LeBron and AD, can compete pretty well. They are, of course, in the preseason power ranking number 1, but to repeat in this league where it's going to be so competitive, they aren't the Warriors. They don't have 4 stars. They have 2 stars, but that's still 2 top 5 players is still really insane. So, I mean, matching up against the Clippers, they didn't play the Clippers in the playoffs, but I'm not sure if they could have beat them. The Clippers are matched up exactly for the Lakers. Well, I wouldn't say Anthony Davis is matched up very well with, like, I guess, Kawhi or Zubac, maybe. And then, so basically, maybe they can beat the Clippers. You never know. They might make some big moves. Then you got the Warriors, which I don't think they can stop Steph Curry, but LeBron can actually do a pretty good job on Curry, I think. Okay. They are still a really good defensive team. They still have KCP, a good defender. Caruso, a good defender. Avery Bradley coming back, who's a good defender. Danny Green is a good defender. They have good defenders. AD is, of course, a good defender. JaVale McGee is a good defender. LeBron's a good defender. Dwight's a good defender. They are still a good defensive team, but this is Steph Curry we're talking about. I'm not sure if they can stop the Splash Brothers. Now, moving on to the Nuggets, I think they can beat the Nuggets. Unless they get a third star on, like, Bradley Beal, then it might be a bit tougher, but I think they still can. Then, if they make the finals, the Bucks will be a problem with Giannis Antetokounmpo, but you have AD, who is probably the best matchup on him besides Kawhi Leonard. Maybe, I think they're both equally. And so, I think they can actually win the playoffs. And then I also have a theory that the reason that the Raptors... Okay, what do these teams have in common? The Lakers, 2019-2020, 2018-2019 Raptors, and the 2017-2018 Warriors. They're all champions, yes, but the other thing is that they were the second best team in the league. And I think that being the second best team in the league will actually give you a better chance. I played 2K and I won 63 games. My brother wins like 67 games, and every time the second best team wins. I don't know why. I don't know. Normally the second pick is like the draft, the second pick is kind of cursed. But I think being the second best team really helps. Of course, the Milwaukee Bucks wasn't from the 2019-2020 season. For the 2018-2019 season, the Bucks again were the Raptors were the second best team, and the Houston Rockets won 67 games in the 2017-2018 season. Yeah, and then the Warriors were the second seed. So I think being actually the second best team in the league is actually really good. I mean, it's just a theory. This just been for the last 3 years. I'm pretty sure the Warriors... I think if you go back the Warriors had the best record in the league in the 2017 one, but in 2015, 2016, of course, the Warriors who had the best record. Oh, maybe the Hawks had the second best record over the Cavs. I'm not exactly sure, but for the last 3 years, that's been the trend. So in conclusion, I actually think that the Lakers have the highest chance to win the championship, but this is the NBA we're talking about. The NBA has so many surprises, and in this competitive league where there are no Golden State Warriors with 4 stars, the Warriors are still there, but they don't have 4 stars. I think that this is a very balanced team. The Clippers might come back, the Warriors might surprise everyone, the Heat might even be back. The Bucks are going to do whatever it takes to keep Giannis. The Celtics are going to have another year of development, but I still think that alongside the duo of LeBron James and Anthony Davis, if AD resigns, and some shooters and defenders, that can potentially win the playoffs and the finals. So yeah, that's gonna be the video. This was actually unscripted, so if you liked it, remember to smash the subscribe button and like the video, and I'll see you all next time.